friends. We're going to go over the contents of your art bag so that you make sure you have everything you need to do the art projects. If you're missing anything, please contact me. Okay. So we're going to start with the first lesson plan. And our first lesson plan that we're working on is number recognition and simple math. So I have a few worksheets, which are not my favorite way to teach, but I wanted to incorporate them so that the older fours kiddos will recognize them, as they'll be doing a lot in kindergarten. Also, if your child is interested in it and they want to sit down and do it, that's great. If they're 3 and they're absolutely not interested in it, please know that that's very typical, and we will be working the second half of next year. Okay. So for number recognition, we have this worksheet. We have shapes. We have color by number. And we have simple addition. For the art projects in this lesson plan, we have a mosaic rainbow, so that's going to be a plain white piece of paper with it written at the top, and a bag of triangular shaped construction paper, all different colors. We have popcorn on a sheet, so you'll have it. It might not be purple, but you'll have a piece of construction paper to put behind it, and a sheet. You may or may not have popcorn. If you didn't get popcorn in your bag, you can use anything. You can use marshmallows, you can use leftover raisins, you can use beans, cotton balls, just anything that you have on hand. And then you have a yarn cloud. So you'll have a half plate and you'll have yarn. You may or may not have cotton balls. I wanted to mostly make sure that you had blue and white yarn. And then for the last art project in this lesson plan, we have spring flowers. That's going to be this white piece of paper or cardstock attached to what you can see. There's a sun, there's some green tissue paper. This color is for the inside of the flowers, and then you'll have different scrapbook patterns and styles to make the petals with. And the petals are all drawn so that you can cut them out and choose what style of patterns that you want. Okay, so that's it for numbers. The next one is how to be a friend and emotional awareness. This is folded cardstock. I had to wind up folding it because of the rain. I was trying not to, but if you lay a book in the middle right here for a couple of days, it'll be gone. But this is for the emotion art. So we're going to associate emotions with a color, and then we're going to put painter's tape here and here, and then we're going to paint. If you have a canvas because you purchased one for the art show, use that instead of this. It's something that you will keep forever. And then it's a piece of paper that says how to be a good friend. I'm going to be reading multiple books about friendship, so please check those out. And then your child can draw or dictate to you, and you can write what it means to be a good friend. We're going to be talking about that a lot once we come to it in circle time too. And then our next, well, actually it was technically our first lesson plan was community helpers or workers. We have this worksheet here that they can fill out. They're just going to cut the tools out and then attach the tools with the appropriate community helper. And next is plants. We've got lots of activities for plants. So if you are in the 3s class, you're going to see it already cut out with the red inside. If you are in the 4s class, you're gonna see traced. You'll see 2 pieces of paper and traced on just half. So the kiddos will cut that half and then open it and see it's a watermelon. Your seeds, they're actually beans, but your seeds for the watermelon will be in here with this art project, which is another, it's another project we're doing for plants. So you can take the black seeds out of this if you want to, or you can use pinto beans. I didn't pack too many of the lima beans because we're using that for something else, but anything you want to use, even if they want to use leftover, if they have leftover raisins or they don't like raisins, they could use those too. This is a greenhouse. So this is going to be Ziploc bag. It says my greenhouse. And then you have lima beans in there with a paper towel. This one is Bingo Marker Paint a Flower. And you'll see there's a coffee filter, leaves right here that they can cut out, and a pipe cleaner in each one. And then this one is How a Plant Grows. And it comes out like this. It unfolds. Just like that. And there's nothing inside right now. But you will be putting the white pieces of paper inside. So if you open this up, you'll see we've got different cycles and stages of a seed. And you guys will be gluing those in the right consecutive order on that green piece of construction paper. Okay, so there's 4 of these. And then you have green tissue paper squares so that you can make the plant that's sprouting out of the seed at the end. So you can just put it right on the leaves or wherever they want to. And then you'll also have yarn. It's just little pieces of brown yarn. And you're going to use that for the roots when you're talking about the roots growing from the seed. And the last one from that lesson plan is painting a fish with celery. So this is a time-sensitive one, obviously. We might just hop this one into the rotation on another lesson plan so our celery doesn't go bad. So you just need the 1 celery and a picture of a fish. This one didn't make the cut. Okay, for the next lesson plan is going to be Easter, and we just have 2 art projects for that. One is a duck bunny, so you'll have yellow and white together. And you'll also have an orange beak back here, a pink ear, 1 cotton ball for the bunny's tail, and then the rainbow yarn is for the next project is to lace the egg. And then you'll also have the little sign in there that you can put on your duck bunny. Here is the egg that the kiddos are gonna lace. 2 sides. For the next lesson plan, we have letter recognition. So what we have for that, we have a couple of worksheets. We are on letter P this week. And then we have some letter recognition. It's all lowercase letters that you match with the uppercase letter. We have our letters P, Q, and R. And what we're going to do with the P, Q, and R's, we're going to cut out the circle, and then we are going to be putting, and this is in your bag, Q-tips for Q. You can just cut them up, put them on your Q. You've got pretzels for P. Same thing, we want to use use our pincher fingers and break them up and put some glue on the letters and then put them along the letters. And for R, we have raisins. Okay. We also have Play-Doh for the letter P. So there's a can of Play-Doh in everybody's bag, I'm sure you saw. And we have painting Peppa Pig with pudding. So I will be getting out the tutorial. That's a step-by-step guide for the kiddos to learn how to draw Peppa Pig. And then you guys all have a box of pudding. It's all, everybody has vanilla. So you can make that instant pudding with your child and they can paint their Peppa. And oh, we have a dot-to-dot dog. Can't forget about the dot-to-dot dog. We already saw that one. We already saw that one. Well, there's also a dot-to-dot dog that's letters instead of numbers. Okay, the last one we're going to be doing this month is primary colors. So that's the lesson plan. This will be the time where I purchase the caterpillars and we start watching them every day. And our art projects in that are going to be your stained glass butterfly. So you'll see, if you're in the fours class, you'll see it traced so that you can cut the butterfly out. If you're in the threes, it's already cut. I do have cutting opportunities for the threes kiddos. I just didn't want it to be overwhelming. And then we have tissue squares in here, and then a purple piece of yarn to hang up your beautiful butterfly. We have Fruit Loop bracelets, and it's just Fruit Loops and a pipe cleaner. And obviously there's way more Fruit Loops in here than they will need for a bracelet. So if you have more than one pipe cleaner, feel free to have them make more, or they could just eat them. And well, we already talked about this, but this color by number butterfly it's an activity for both lesson plans because they're going to be aware of the primary colors and secondary colors and also their numbers. Every child got something, just a little surprise for them, so I hope they enjoy that. And you guys all got a bingo marker too. And you got extra construction paper, and I put some white paper and extra construction paper. So I hope you guys enjoy, have fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye.